Ready or not, it's time for another epic adventure in the Legend of Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom. Today, we'll be facing a rift in the Gerudo Desert main quest, and with Tri on our side, nothing can stop us. So grab your sword, tighten your boots, and let's set out on this heroic quest. This quest kicks off in the Gerudo Desert after completing the A Mysterious Rift main quest. Turns out, the rift that sucks you in isn't always the one that you'll pop out of, so we need to check out some other rifts to track down the swordsman and the king. We're starting from the yellow indicator, where you'll find 3 Gerudo ladies talking about how the sanctum got pulled into a rift. From there, head west towards the large rift in the southern Gerudo. But first, let's check out this cave. Did you know that you can get past wind cannons by spinning? Super handy trick. Once you're in the next area, you'll need to clear the sand piles to reveal all the doorways. The room straight ahead has a chest. Go ahead and grab your mighty crystal. After that, check the other door. This room's got 2 tornadoes. I'm not sure. Is it tornadoes? 2 tornadoes swirling around, which can be a real pain in such tight quarters. I like using the Deku Babas here since they can't get thrown around, but heads up, they can get knocked out. After dealing with the tornadoes, claim your chest with a 3 rock potatoes. Put that in your smallest pocket. Now, make your way out of the cave. Next, let's head to the rift and see what's going on with the sanctum. When you arrive, Tri will stop you and tell you that they can create an entrance under the sand. Only problem? Zelda can't go. She can't breathe in sand. Looks like we need to find another way in. Let's ask this nearby Gerudo soldier blocking this cave. But when you do, she tells you to get lost because you're not a Gerudo. Then you hear a scream. Someone's in trouble. And this soldier can't leave her post. So I guess we have to do everything around here. Let's go check it out. When you get there, you'll find Captain Donna. I want to call her Donna. I'm sure it's Donna, but I feel like Donna is better. I guess we'll go with Donna. All we gotta do is take out these rift monsters to save Donna. Afterwards, she explains that the sanctum is buried in sand because the rift swallowed it up while the monsters poured out. To protect everyone, they flooded it with sand. That's our ticket into the rift. To get permission, Donna says we'll need to speak with the chief at the palace in the west. And this rift is massive, so you'll have to go around it one way or the other. I'm gonna go up. If you go up and around, you might stumble onto the Gerudo Oasis. And there's some cool stuff to check out here. Inside this little building, there's the Tough Mango Plant Lab. That's where you'll find the Soft Bed Echo, which restores hearts faster. You can also play this mini game for tough mangoes. Speak with the lady there and she'll send you spinning to grab at least 40. Back outside, there's another chest, and there's a couple side quests here. They're gathering quests, so it's worth starting them now to complete as you go. And be sure to speak with the business scrub. He and his siblings run smoothie shops where you can bring ingredients and 10 rupees to make smoothies. These smoothies have different effects. And here's a pro tip. You can sell these smoothies right back to the business scrub. I made enough to earn about 400 rupees, which we'll need later in Gerudo Town. I'll show you when we get there. And don't forget to activate that waypoint before leaving so you can warp back here easily. And when you're ready, let's continue west to the palace. Let's see what the chief has to say. Once at the palace, before we go speak with the chief, let's head straight into the general store to pick up the Gerudo sandals. These bad boys may cost 400 rupees, but they'll keep you from sinking in the sand. Definitely worth the investment. Inside the palace, Donna tries to convince the chief and her aide that Zelda can mend the rifts. Unfortunately, they're not as quick to trust as Donna was. They don't believe that the rifts can be fixed and deny our request. But Donna isn't giving up that easily. We saved her life, and she's determined to prove Zelda isn't a big fat liar. When you leave, a soldier will stop you with a message from Donna asking you to meet her at the oasis. Time to head back east. Oh, and see what I did? I forgot to activate the waypoint at the oasis. Looks like I'm hoofing it this time. Luckily, it's not that far. When you meet Donna, she explains that 3 smaller rifts had appeared around the desert and asks if we can try mending any of them. They're located in the Southern Oasis Ruins, the Ancestors' Cave of Rest, and the Southern Gerudo Desert. And these are all pinpointed on your map to make it easier to locate. So we're going to start with the Southern Oasis Ruins. When you arrive, you'll find 2 Gerudo soldiers who have been fighting rift monsters non-stop and they're completely worn out. They've reached their limit. So let's lend them a hand so they can take a break. Defeat the rift monsters to complete the Southern Oasis Ruins Rift Quest. And just as you finish, Tri informs you that they can't create an entrance here. Guess we're moving on. Next, head to the Southern Gerudo Desert Rift. Here, you'll find Donna with 3 Gerudo soldiers who are just too parched to continue. They need more than just water. They need nutrients. Donna hands over some chili cactus, and it's up to us to head back to the oasis to make the cactus smoothie. Once you've whipped one up, warp back to the palace waypoint and head south to deliver it.
Yeah?
The soldiers will recover after drinking the smoothie, and they'll be able to continue on fighting. But Try once again has bad news. There's nowhere to create an entrance here either. So I guess let's head north and check out the Ancestors' Cave of Rest. Inside, you'll meet a Gerudo soldier who's worried because the torches of her ancestors' gravesite have gone out, and a pesky rift is blocking her way to relight them. The ancestors can't rest under these conditions. I have an idea. Let's do it ourselves. Just past the entrance, there's a large boulder blocking a path. Use bind to move the boulder and head in the doorway. But watch out for those whole meals, they'll get ya. Defeat the whole meal, and don't forget to learn its echo because that's how we'll navigate the next area. Once inside, work your way to the exit ladder. Feel free to grab the rupees and chests scattered around. When you emerge, relight the torches to bring peace to the ancestors.
Yeah.
and then let the Gerudo soldier know that the deed is done. But once again, Try delivers the same bad news, no entrance here either. Conveniently, Adana shows up to check on your progress. And just then, a Gerudo soldier arrives with a message from the palace. They want an update too, even though we got nothing to report. But that completes the Ancestors Cave of Rust quest. Time to head back to the palace and break the news to the chief that none of the rifts could be fixed. Great, now we look like liars. At the palace, talking to the chief and Facette, I think is how you say her name, Facette. We're gonna call her Facette. Before you can get too far into that conversation, there's another urgent interruption. Soldiers were swallowed by a rift that's grown larger in the eastern part of the desert. Luckily, we have the chief, Donna, and a bunch of soldiers showed up, and they're ready to rush to the scene, and we're right behind them.
Yeah.
When you arrive, Try actually has some good news. They can create an entrance into this rift. Donna asks us to dive in, mend the rift, and rescue the warriors who were taken. Try senses their friends in the still desert temple ruins, even though it isn't connected to a larger rift. They can sense their friends, but they must be trapped. They can sense them in 5 different areas. Let's track them all down. Okay, so most of this we're just gonna follow the path around. We need to uncover all the areas, but I'm gonna show you where the 5 areas are. So the first area, go down this ladder into the cave to find the first spot. Alright, the second area, when you leave, after exiting the ladder, head right and up until you spot a sparkling boulder. the third spot. Return to the branching path and follow it upward. Then head to the left to find the third friends sitting on a ledge. The fourth area, we're gonna move down and left. Climb up the cliff to locate the fourth friends. Interestingly, Facette is here too. But wait, how is she here when we saw her there? We'll come back to that. Alright, the last area. We are going to head down and slightly left until you reach some sinking sand. You'll find the fifth and final friends here. With all of Tri's friends rescued, they gain more power and mend the rift, saving all of the trapped warriors. Tri suggests that we head back and report the success. When we come out of the rift, something shocking happens. There are now 2 Facettes. This means that the one trying to stop us from fixing the rifts was an imposter. How dare! Finally, Chief Sira acknowledges our success in mending the rift. She trusts us now and grants us permission to restore the Sanctum's entrance. Well, thanks a bunch. Time to head back to the southern part of the desert. Make your way to the rift and locate the cave that we were previously shooed away from. The soldier at the entrance has already been informed of the situation, but warns that the cavern is swarming with monsters. But that's not a big deal. We're ready for this. Let's head inside the cryptic cavern and restore the Sanctum entrance. In the first area, you've got to hit the switch to open the gate. You can use anything that flies or throws to reach it. These are super handy, but we need to make our way to another switch. Once they're all defeated, use something to hit that switch, and this will reveal a chest in the opposite part of the area. Head over there, and you'll see that there are just a couple Gibdos. Lure them into a hole created by a hole mill. And once they're gone, you can open your chest to claim your small key. Defeating all the enemies will unlock the gates. Use the small key to access the door and head down the ladder. Follow the path until you reach a giant plug. Use bind to grab the plug and pull with all your might. Watch as the sand drains underground, just like sand always does. With the sand cleared, make your way out of the cavern and head to the sanctum's entrance. It's finally time to step into the giant rift and uncover what lies ahead. Inside, looky who it is. Some guy that looks like the swordsman. Up the ladder you go. In here, just make your way to the exit ladder. Be sure to grab your waypoint before heading through the left door. In this room, we've got flying tiles. Quickly learn the flying tile echo before they fly at you. Then, place a boulder in front of yourself for protection. Next, head straight to the room ahead. In here, you need to pull open these blue blocks and get through the doorway before they close again. First, defeat the keys flying around. Then, use some old beds to create a bridge across the conveyor belt. Next, use bind to pull the lever, then carefully cross the beds to the doorway with plenty of time to spare. In the next room, use bind to spin the door open. Go inside and you'll find a chest. Pop that chest open to find out small key. Stuff that in your pocket and head back to the locked door. Unlock the door, and in the next room, all you need to do is learn the Cobra Statue Echo and head through the doorway. In here, you'll face the Mothula. It's a bit tough with its charge attacks, so use crows and just keep placing them to take it down. Not quite spamming, but every time one's defeated, just put another one down to keep them going. Otherwise, they'll charge at you. But once they are defeated, let's head through the now unlocked gate. Spoilers, we'll be back here later. In the next area, don't worry about the chest for now. I'll show you how to get that one later. In the following room, use the flying tile to get across. Head down the ladder and follow the cavern to the exit ladder. This next area acts as kind of a main hub. We'll come through here a few times. Read the plaque in the center. It says that we need to place something in both spots to open a way forward, and there are clues on this floor. Use bind to open the spin door. We're gonna need to clear some sand piles in here and watch out for more monsters. Then clear the sand pile in the back for a clue. and then read the plaque for a clue. It stands quietly in the sanctum. It is blue in color with large tusks and a long nose. Spoiler, it's an elephant. Head back to the main hub and go through the door directly ahead. In here, you'll face the Po Echo. It can be a little bit tricky since it has fire attacks, but I like using the Dekubabas for this one too. So, make sure that you learn the Po Echo, grab the dungeon map, and head out the door. This will lead you outside. This dungeon has 3 different entrances. We just came out of one. The second one is through this window. Climb in to grab the rupees inside. Now, let's head away from the dungeon for a bit. Follow the path that Poser Link took. There are several annoying enemies here, so stay alert. Eventually, you'll reach a tower with a blue ladder. Use bind to pull the tower handle and complete the ladder. Climb up and open your chest to claim your 50 rupees. From here, follow the path until you're back on the dungeon roof. On the far side, use the flying tile to reach another tower. Hold the left side of this tower because it's a little bit faster to get to the ladder, otherwise you're going to have to pull it extra times. And then we're going to climb up. At the top, you'll find the Hawk Statue Echo. Be sure to learn that. Then, let's warp back to the dungeon roof. There's a chest buried in the sand on the southern edge, but beware of the enemies nearby. They're relentless. Then, let's drop down and enter the last entrance that you haven't used yet. This room is similar to the lever pulling room from earlier. The easy way to cross is to pull the lever with bind, hold it for as far as you can, and use the flying tile to jet across to the other side. Otherwise, you can use old beds to build a bridge. Just be sure to defeat the sand piranha first. In this room, defeat the monsters, they're super annoying if you don't, and then learn the cat statue echo. Move the statue block in the door and dip out. Alright, folks, it's boss fight time. Wait, there's a whole thing missing. And if you don't smash every pot in this hallway, do you even really like Zelda games? In the next room, you get to face off against Poser Link. This time, he's packing a bow. And let me tell you, his aim is dead on, so watch out. So my favorite trick here is using my Redead. Its scream will stun Poser Link, but not Zelda, as long as it's your Redead, giving you a perfect opening to land a few hits in Sword Fighter mode. Halfway through, you'll find the kicker. Poser Link splits into 3 Poser Links, all wielding bows. Fun, right? Yeah. Basically, rinse and repeat. Stay out of their line of fire, lure them in close, drop your Redead, and go to town with your sword. Pro tip, if you're low on hearts, smash some pots. Don't worry, they'll respawn if you need more. Especially if you have your heart pin equipped. And you can also find my energy hidden in the sand piles, just blow them away for extra goodies. They will also respawn. There's another little trick. If you get into a pot in the corner and you can kind of lure all 3 of them over there, once all 3 of them are there, you jump out, hurry up and put down your Redead, stun them, and just go to town. Once all 3 Poser Links are down, grab your well-deserved bow of might. Heal up if needed, and then climb the ladder and let's move on. Now, in the next room, there is beetles and beetle mounts, and you can learn both of them separately. But it is a pain because you need to be able to get across here without breaking the mount so that you can learn it. But as long as the mount stays intact, the beetles will keep spawning, 3 at a time, no less. So good luck and good riddance. In the next area, we're gonna use bind to rotate these flamethrowers so that we can cross safely. On the other side, make sure to grab the elephant statue and open the chest for your small key. Pocket that and warp to the roof again. On the west side of the roof, there's a small sand square. Drop your whole meal here and follow it down the hole. And looky, it's that chest I promised to show you. Open it for a sweet 50 rupees. We're getting rich here. So smash some pots and let's make like a tree and leave. Warp back to the main hub. It's time, guys. Inside the hub, place the elephant on one pedestal and the hawk on the other to unlock the door. And yep, I just realized that I never found the second clue. I already knew the answer from my first playthrough. Don't judge me. Here's the answer. I gave you the answer, okay? Hopefully you found the clue while you were exploring though. Once both statues are in place, the door will open. Next up, the giant plug room. Use bind to yank on that plug and release the sand. Head into the newly revealed doorway where you'll find the room holding the boss key chest. So to free the chest, we need to spin the mechanism. Start by grabbing the handle on the big wheel and spinning it until everything lines up. That's going to drop down. Now we need to get the small wheel lined up. So pull on the small wheel once, just one time, and spin it until it lines up. Then that will also push down and your chest will be free. Then we can just crack it open to claim your boss key. Put that in your back pocket and head up the stairs on the far wall and make sure to check the waypoint before the boss fight. That's it. Time to face the big bad. Alright folks, it's boss fight time. Let me introduce you to Mogrif. I have no idea if that's how you say it, but I am calling him Mogrif. He is a goofy looking mole man, and I don't like him. Anyway, the strategy here is simple. Statues, statues, statues. Mogrif will start by tossing sand at you like a toddler having a tantrum. Nice move, guy. Then he'll burrow under the sand and pop up to charge at you. Your move, surround yourself with statues, so he headbutts them instead of you. When this happens, he'll get stunned, and that's your cue to switch to sword fighter mode and go ham. Hit him as many times as you can. Pay attention to where he's coming up. He doesn't charge immediately. Wait until you see his cues, then place a statue in his path. Rinse and repeat until we move to phase 2. Here's where things get spicy. Mogrif turns most of the sand into sinking sand. Hope you brought your Gerudo sandals, because you're gonna need them. He also starts firing tornadoes because why not? Just keep moving and stay out of the way of the tornadoes and stick to the same strategy. Place the statues, stun him, and attack when his head is stuck in the ground. When Mogra finally meets his sandy demise and flops belly up, congratulations, you've done it. Grab your heart container. When Mogra finally meets his sandy demise and flops belly up, you've done it. Oh, and here's a bonus. Try's friends shared some of their power, unlocking a new skill. Now you can echo at a distance. Just hold down Y instead of pressing it, and your echo will go farther. This is incredibly helpful. With that handled, it's time to head back. Outside the sanctuary, Donna is waiting for you. The two of you head back to the palace together, ready to bask in the glory of a job well done. Back at the palace, the vibes are immaculate. Everyone's in high spirits, and they've got you to thank for saving the day. So go ahead, pat yourself on the head. Pat, pat. Of course, Debbie Downer Try has to remind us that there's still another rift in Jabul waters. Guess we'll have to save the victory party for another day. For now, relish in the fact that you conquered this dungeon like a pro. And that's all she wrote. If this walkthrough helped you out, give that like button a little tap, hit subscribe for more gaming goodness, and spread the word to your fellow adventurers. Got any questions or thoughts? Drop them in the comments below. I am all ears. Until next time, this is KKJinxx, over and out.